Good afternoon, and welcome once again to Industry Trailblazers, and where we speak with and learn from some of the industry's true pioneers. I'm so excited today to welcome Jessica Ferranti from the Mycelia Group. Welcome, Jess.
Hi, Mike. Thank you so much for having us. Super excited.
Yeah, me too. And of course, it's a Monday, so this is the way to, just get the week started off the right way. And I see your Mycelia. Well, let me just give this quick little your little intro bio. You are founder and CEO of the Mycelia Group. Jess, you build companies that work from the inside out with 15 plus years in cannabis tech, media, hospitality, and events. She's led revenue and marketing strategy for national brands and startups alike. As former CRO of IPW, she built campaigns with Amazon, Sony, and Hawthorne, and launched initiatives like the Women of Cannabis Issue and Cannabis Tech Talks Women's Roundtable Series. Through the Mycelia Group, she helps founder-led teams scale with fractional execs, embedded CROs, and pop-up expert teams. She's also a sought-after panelist, moderator, and podcast guest known for curating smart strategy and spotlighting women driving the industry forward. And I can vouch for that because I've been seeking after you on this show for a while, and you're a moving target. It's tough to nail you down.
Listen, what matters, we're here now.
Exactly.
What a lovely intro. Thank you. Thank you. I sound like a way bigger deal.
Yeah, you had no idea how good you are.
Thank you, Mike. Same likewise. And that's why I'm excited to be here and actually talk through all the changes that we're both having, right? All the things
I know
kicking off 2026, nothing like that. And this insane weather we're having here in Jersey too.
I know. I'm all bundled up, and you're like, you could be, down in the tropics somewhere.
Am I in Jamaica? Am I in Mexico? Am I in New Jersey?
No one knows.
No one will ever know.
That's right. And we're not going to tell them.
We're not.
And I see it almost looks like you're sitting on a bed of Mycelia. Maybe you could just talk about, not everyone knows that Mycelia, that's a mushroom analogy, right?
Yes, it is.
So there's a fungus among us.
Yeah, so...
Sorry, I'm sure you haven't heard that one before, but anyway.
Actually, not on a podcast. This is perfect.
Oh, okay.
Expose the rest of the audience.
Fantastic. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Mine and your dad jokes.
Right.
So, I'm sitting here in the company of my mushrooms and spores. We're very comfortable, as you can see in our setting. I don't know where we are. We're just somewhere very comfortable in the midst of nature. We often hear, a lot of questions around like the Mycelia Group. What's the terminology? What's the naming? But few people understand what mycelium actually is. So I love sparking conversations with backgrounds like this. So these are mushrooms, but mycelium is the underground network. It's almost often like, what's the terminology? It's often referred to as nature's internet.
Like a VPN.
Kind of something like that. So it's nature's internet in the sense that it is embedded in the ground all across planet Earth. And it interconnects our entire ecosystem. So it helps to control all the environments. It's like nature's infrastructure. So it helps the trees grow. It helps decompose life, bring new things to life. It's literally like nature's bedrock.
And it helps uptake nutrients too for plants, right?
It can even actually have, let's say like one tree is dying, for instance, and there's mycelium connecting the two trees. It will actually identify that there is a tree in distress, and then it will help carry some nutrients from the healthy tree over to the sick tree. So it's quite literally keeping our ecosystem alive, and it's not even a common word, in our vocabulary. So took a spin of that in Mycelia because we're the roots, right? We're the ecosystem that helps not our environment thrive, but companies and businesses and organizations thrive. So that was the very meticulous naming. I wouldn't launch the company, Mike, until I had a name that really stuck, that just felt right.
Yep.
And let me tell you, I searched and searched I did a lot of self-reflection, a lot of chat GPTing. And at one point I gave up and I turned to my wife and kids in the car and I was like, guys, I'm really struggling. I can't think of a name. I want it to be something that really just showcases and builds the picture that we're this underlying ecosystem that can help in a million different ways, but is there like the true, infrastructure holding other things up. And one of my kids was like, do something with the word roots, something with mushrooms. I was like, so yeah, technically, in a way, my 4 and 9-year-old kids helped me name the company. And for that, I mean, how much more special could that be, right?
Yeah, as it should be, right? And you just started it, right? Like in late 2025?
Yeah, mid. So we officially started the LLC and started the organization in around the first week of July.
Oh, okay.
So about mid last year, but really the first 3 months were so heavy on building the actual infrastructure, our internal ecosystem. We really wanted to act as we preach, which is build the infrastructure first and then scale, as opposed to, getting crushed under the weight of our own success. So the first 3 months we did literally nothing except for build damn near every SOP. We could build out all of our systems. We built out a full AI tool that helps us connect, our vendors with our clients. We got everything done and handled those first 3 months. And then around October, November, we opened our doors more officially to the public and started taking on new clients. So feels like a lifetime, but really we've only been technically open, to the public for just around 3-4 months.
Okay, well, this is already really instructive, I think, for our audience of entrepreneurs, how the right way to start a business. And so I really snap to that idea of building infrastructure first.
Yes. Sometimes, yeah, I think a lot of time we're hearing different pieces of advice that are contradicting of one another. Sometimes, you'll hear you have to build the plane as you're flying it.
Yeah, I hate that analogy.
But
it's awful.
It is awful. It's not a great idea, but, but the one element that I do agree in with that is that it's also good to get started and then, build infrastructure while you can. Make sure that your company is sustainable, at least in its first phase of launch. But I think it's important, most important in the sense that you can't wait for perfection before you go and move forward.
Okay.
Because that stillness, waiting for perfection is something that, will, make you fall behind just as rapidly, as just getting started somewhere and pushing and then finding your way and sometimes failing your way forward. So there's a nice balance, a delicate balance, I think, between the two.
And of course, the problem with perfection, which never happens, but the problem with trying to achieve perfection is that perhaps it might limit flexibility. And you got to be flexible too, right? You got to be able to.
Especially in cannabis.
Right? Oh yeah, especially in cannabis.
Yeah, there's a lot to build out, but no, I mean, if you come in, you have the foundation of your business set up, right? You come in, you have your business plan, you know who your target market is. You understand what your revenue streams are going to be. If you have a really solid vision before you even open, you could launch a bit quicker, right? If you have that understanding of what you're looking to do. But I often say, whether it's my clients, partners, people that I'm executive coaching, I would say there's a difference between a dream and effectively like a dream or a goal, right? And the only difference between the two is a plan. So, I mean, right? A dream is a wish that you just put out into the universe and hope for. And a goal is one of which you're actually structuring to, something that you're structuring to achieve with some framework, all right? So if you're going into building out a business and you open those doors and you're waiting for perfection and you don't have that plan laid out, it's going to be a damn mess. It's going to be a mess. But if you go in and you're structured and you know exactly what you want to achieve, you can do a lot, especially with AI these days, instead of waiting for that perfection. But find balance nonetheless.
Yes, balance in all things, right?
Yes.
Great. So, well, congratulations, first of all. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
What kinds of businesses are you working with within the industry? Primarily dispensaries or cultivation or ancillary or a little bit of everything?
Yeah. You know, one of my favorite parts about what we do is that we're not a particular vendor that is in any one arena, like where we can only support retailers or only ancillary companies. Much like we were talking about with Mycelia, right? The intent with Mycelia is it can affect any kind of ecosystem because the infrastructure is the same, right? Earth is generally the same no matter where you go. Same thing with businesses. So we were able to, from an infrastructure standpoint, help any kind of companies. We're working with 3 different brands, cannabis brands in New York, New Jersey, and in Maryland. We're helping to open up a dispensary in the DC area. We just actually opened up 3 new projects with ancillary companies here on the East Coast and a couple on the West Coast as well. So we're helping them expand into different markets. We're working with a local painting company. We're working with a global collective in the cannabis space. So it's pretty far and wide. And the big piece is no matter where you're building your house, you still need a foundation.
Right.
So yeah, but it's been really exciting. We don't have to stick to any one area, and I love that because I love anything where we're seeing a constant challenge and excitement in new types of projects. Yeah, it's been a blast.
I think the ancillary space is so interesting just because in a lot of ways, everyone thinks of cannabis as dispensaries and brands and cultivation. But of course, there's all this other stuff going on that supports that. The ancillary space has always been a pretty busy one for us. And it's just always interesting to see all these different companies and all this technology being applied in really creative ways. So I think that's a really instructive thing for people that are looking at how to be involved in the industry and how to participate.
Yeah, I think over the last decade, I've probably been asked about, at least 200 times of how to enter the space. And I often talk about that same subject of it doesn't really matter what you've done prior to. Obviously, there's some situations, but in most cases, it doesn't really matter what you've done prior to cannabis because cannabis had to create its own entire ecosystem, including ancillary companies, in order to support the space due to regulation. There were challenges even a few years ago with going to your typical Fortune 500 printing company because they're hesitant to print, cannabis, designs and things on materials. You had to have your own security firms. You had to have your own consulting companies, your own, media. I mean, we really had to build our whole entire ecosystem, almost like a conglomerate of different industries, all within cannabis to support the cannabis space. So I've always told everyone, if you're looking to break in or even expand, right, what you're currently doing in cannabis, lean into whatever you're good at. If you're exceptionally good in, say, HR, and you've done HR for other industries, the cannabis space needs HR, right? If you've done bookkeeping, if you've done construction, I mean, it really doesn't matter. There's a space for everybody here, which I think is awesome because, as much as the industry has really consolidated over the last few years, I think we're definitely, I can tell you even from the Mycelia Group's experience these last few months, the industry is still very much growing, very much expanding, and hiring. I'm getting requests left and right for people that are looking to fill positions. It's just the right people and the people that have good intentions and, want to come in and support the space versus, jumping into the green rush. So,
yeah, I think the green rush idea is over.
I think it's laughable to those that are in the industry.
Yeah.
Still somewhat exciting to people outside.
Definitely, yes. Well, the grass is always greener. Sorry,
Indeed.
I couldn't resist.
Listen, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But, it's like anything else. It's still an industry that is chock full of problems and one that needs a lot of solutions. Listen, I welcome people in the space as long as they're coming in with that solution-oriented mindset, as opposed to coming in and looking to get rich. Because let's be real.
Yeah.
It's not the space to come in and make a quick buck.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Well, yeah, this is really great. It's so good to hear more in detail. And I know you were telling me about you're working with Ignite It, right? And is this the event that's coming up in Jersey City next month?
Yes, it is. Yeah, so it's called Ignite Her, which is a collaboration between the Mycelia Group and the Ignite It conferences. So, we were chatting, Elliot Lane and I were chatting, earlier last year about just finding different ways to be more inclusive to women. There's a certain irony that you may have heard me talking about earlier, which is the women who need to be in these rooms, right? These women need capital in order to spend the capital to get into the room with others that can give them the capital. So there's just a lot of contradictory.
Gotta have money to raise money, all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a lot of contradictions in that. And so we wanted to find new innovative ways to give women, especially, and I'm not that there's anything wrong with one-off consultants or smaller entities, but we really want to drive more capital towards women-led, women-owned businesses that are truly scaling in the space, that have even some kind of IP or some kind of proven track record of revenue that investors will truly latch onto. Because I think once we can show more investors, right, in and out of cannabis, that there are investment-worthy organizations, the more it opens doors to, again, those that are producing revenue, have track records, and it opens doors more for those that maybe aren't in that position yet, that maybe are in, concept, maybe they're in early seed stage. But the challenge is that we have, a great deal, I forget the percentage, a pretty massive percentage of new organizations that are opening in and out of cannabis that are women owned, a lot more women founders now than ever before. But we still only represent about 2.7% of entities that are being invested in. So there's just a massive disparity. So that said, Ellie and I were talking about how we can really find and design and create something that would encourage, right, more women to be invested in, give them more exposure, give them more visibility. And one of the challenges that I had shared with Elliot is that I have spent the last, decade plus in cannabis. Granted, I had media opportunities here and there over the last several years, but I didn't really put a huge emphasis on giving myself that visibility, right? Like creating that profile. Because I was taught, like many women, that you move in silence. You succeed in silence.
Stay in the background.
Yeah, put your head down and get shit done. And that's how you move up the ladder. And it's total bullshit. Because truly what you find is that regardless of the industry or the type of company, whether it's a startup, it's a massive entity, it doesn't matter. The one commonality in between all of them is that it's not those that necessarily have the most talent that are being provided these opportunities. They happen to most often be the loudest in the room and have the most relationships. It's really, really relationship driven and platform driven, especially in this day and age with media exposure and technology. And I was actually just reading about how a lot of organizations, there was one massive Fortune 500 I was just reading about in the news. I think they do fashion, that are moving into hiring entertainment officers, like chief entertainment officers. And it's because instead of hiring now for just executives based on their talent, they're shifting that towards executives who have a profile, who have a platform, right? So how this ties in is Ellie and I are talking about this dual sort of disparity, right? Both women not being invested in and women being taught that you'll move up in the world by moving in silence. So we decided to combine the two. So we're launching Ignite Her, and our campaign for 2026 is visibility is the new currency. So we are encouraging women this time around, starting 2026, to start fresh, start a new approach, which is to F moving in silence and start being visible and getting attention and not being afraid to brag and talk about your accomplishments and the things that you're achieving. And we're awarding those that are doing that by giving them a variety of different benefits and scholarships across 2026. So we have a February 10th event. Yeah, that's our inaugural kickoff for the year. And for this one, we're giving away 5 tickets to the Ignite event itself. So we're putting women directly in the room with investors. I'm throwing an invite-only event in New York City, actually, the day before, so February 9th, where I'm bringing together a curated room of investors, industry executives, and women who are looking to get funded. So they'll get tickets to that.
That's Igniter. That's Ignite Her. Is that event or?
So Ignite Her is the actual year-long initiative. So we're going to be doing, so we're going to actually be every event that Ignite It will have across the year. We're going to have a variety of different benefits, scholarships, and giveaways for each market spotlight. So right now for Jersey, they're going to get any of the recipients, right? They're going to receive, because there's 5 recipients, they'll each receive a ticket to Ignite It. They'll receive a ticket to our networking event for investors and executives. And then we're also, to lean into the visibility as the new currency component, we're also working with a variety of different media outlets in the industry to actually provide these women a spotlight, talk about what they're doing, showcase their impact so far, and really just get them as much, kind of give them a real kickoff, to being more visible in the space. And then each different event will be doing something to that tune, but with different additional scholarship opportunities, giveaways, things that really support their business.
Great. That's great. I happen to know a media organization.
I was going to say.
That's really interested in platforming, new entrepreneurs in the space. So, I could talk to some people and
talk to the big guy.
Probably get
over there.
Yeah. I think so.
That'd be lovely. We love to work with you guys. We've got Beard Bros. We've got Latinas in Cannabis supporting. I think Fat Nugs it just picked us up as well.
Nice.
It's really just any media outlets that are looking to really support. It's a nonprofit. It's not intended to to be something that we see sometimes, like, companies doing things for clout or for recognition. We don't care about any of that. What we really want to do is just give women a seat at the table, right? Give them access to the table. And so with this, we're just essentially encouraging them to, we're pulling out, I put it this way, we're pulling out the chair. Now we're just waiting for women to apply and take a seat.
I love it. Well, whatever we can do to help. And I think I was mentioning to you as well that we're looking at some scholarship type programs. The idea originally was really about, helping with advertising and marketing expenses. But visibility. And I mean, access to capital has always, it's a big thing in the whole equity legacy conversation as well. People of color don't get access to capital either.
I know.
It's really a white man's thing,
It is. Yeah, it's not just limited to any one group. I mean, that's besides that one, right? So no, we were very, I wanted to be very, very aware and cognizant and mindful, right, of even who our selection committee was. We want to really be representative of all the different facets of people we have in this space. So even the committee itself is going to be helping us, select our recipients. We've got Mary Jane Oatman, covering the tribal, and we've got Maylin Campbell, who's on the Asian Cannabis Committee. We've got Dr. Roz McCarthy, who runs, Minorities for Medical Marijuana. We really wanted a very diverse panel, as much representation of every group as we could, because that's how we want the recipients. We wanted to reflect in the recipients that we choose as well. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. It's something that we're really looking forward to kicking off here in a couple of weeks. But then I think as the year goes by, we're going to see a lot more investors from outside of cannabis start to come in and participate more, which is a win for everybody, men and women included.
I really like how you're, in tandem with Mycelia Group, which is a business. You're also, really focusing on advocacy and giving back and making a contribution. I love that.
Thanks, Mike.
You got that combination going. I'm right there with you. So it sounds, really sounds great.
Thank you. Listen, the beauty of running your own company is you get to build it in your own vision, right? You get to do the things and lean into things that make your soul feel fulfilled. And as much as, we're a stiff appearing, right? Like we're stiff and rigid and we're in suits and we're consulting and working on these big projects. At the end of the day, we're a very soulful team in the sense that we want to feel like we're also contributing to the space. We want to be giving back. We've already launched a couple of different volunteer and give back programs for our team members and our employees, encouraging them to get out there and volunteer, at local food banks and like Habitat for Humanities. We participated in the Day Savers higher potential scholarship last year to help students that are looking to break in. And it's really just because it makes us feel good and it makes us happy that we can contribute. I like to come to work every day knowing that I'm making a difference, whether it's a small business owner, or a local food pantry. And that's honestly, Mike, those are the type of folks that we want to work with as well. So I'd be honored to see how we can find ways to collaborate together.
Absolutely. Yes, me too. I'm just, as you're talking about this, I mean, it's just another reason why I love our industry. There's people are all about giving and making a contribution. That's really inspiring.
Thanks. I'll just say this. Another thing that's inspiring, maybe all the wrong ways, in some good ways too, is that, there's so much crazy shit happening in the country right now. And I think it's a really big struggle for a lot of people to get up every day, put their suit on or their scrubs before they go into, a cultivation, whatever it might be, whatever area of the business that they're in, the industry they're in.
Yeah.
It's hard for a lot of us to get up for the day, get in the office and pretend like the world isn't on fire some days,
Yeah.
And so it's hard, one day getting on the computer and then 2 seconds later opening up your phone and seeing some kind of crazy news. But if we can create some kind of joy in the process, some kind of light, if we could bring light to the dark, even in minute ways, even if your version of that is holding the door open for somebody and seeing somebody smile, whatever it is, I think it's our individual responsibility, not just company and organization wide. I think it's our individual responsibility in this world to find little ways to bring light to all the chaos, and, bring some optimism, some things to look forward to. So I just feel like I'm doing my minuscule part, but playing whatever part I'm here to play.
Yeah, well, no, you're making a big contribution, and yes, thank you for, I just, again, this is what is so cool about the industry. There's, dynamic folks with great ideas, and ideas. Now, this is, again, it just goes back to that. What really the point that you're making is that what we do in our industry also contributes to the greater whole of society, and that's part of what we're doing is setting an example for how every part of this country and this planet can be, and it works. It really works.
It works even better, like I said, on an individual, right? On an individual like framing, as opposed to just company-wide. Yes, the big companies, obviously everyone has to, their own work to put in. But I think just us individually contributing makes such a difference, especially to, again, like at the end, they even just inspire others. Like if nothing else comes out of this initiative at all, which we are expecting it to be really something very impactful for women in the space. But even if there was nothing monumental that happened, we are even inspiring the newer generation, right, of cannabis entrepreneurs to come in and take similar initiative, to building things out, to building equity, like that's a fucking win in of itself. Nothing comes of this except for that one influence or one more entrepreneur who is thinking of turning, closing their doors, stayed open and wanted to push forward and exceed and feel like they had a place in this industry. That in itself is worth it as well. So I feel like it's a ripple effect,
Absolutely. Yeah. One more family creating generational wealth.
That too. That helps.
Yeah. It's big. It's big. Cool. Well, I feel like we could probably go on for another, hour or two.
You and I probably.
Yeah. But in the meantime, that's probably a pretty good place to wrap. And I'm imagining the sequel conversation where we can kind of, talk about how it all went. And I'm really excited to see and participate in your progress. And thank you so much for joining our audience today, and have a great 2026.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike. No, like I said, I'm honored to be a part of it, and for you to have us on. I'm really excited for what's to come. And the best part of this whole session together is that we're right smack in the beginning of the year, right? So we anticipate a lot happening, a lot of positive developments between you and I over the next 12 months. So I'm looking forward to phase 2 as well. And thank you as always for having me on.
Always a pleasure. Jessica Ferranti. Take
Thank
care.
you, everybody.